Hello everyone, Xeshire the Cat on the scene with the trial of episode 2. Or I guess episode 2 of the Turnabout sisters. Scooterland! Why are we bringing the Scotland back into my chat? Been a while since we see this. Last time that was in Zelda. Scooterland. Ah yes, I get to be Edgeworth. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll beat me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls to the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. How's it going? Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of the homicides at down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use the floor map of the office to explain. Hey, Switch, what's up? The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck with a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. Again. You're still calling it a statue. Didn't we prove that it was a clock? I only work a 6-hour shift today, though, so that's cool. Nice! I'm working a 12-hour stream. Now, detective. Yes, sir! You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir! I had hard evidence she did it, sir! Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Wait, she didn't see Maya Fey. She saw Phoenix. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh, smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. I also work from like 7 to 4 a.m. tomorrow, so we're not happy about that. Blah. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. All right, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Yeah, let's see, particularly. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Ow. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Oh, this guy is... Yes! God damn it. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. Oh, boy. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin the cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of information the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Would he have known who Maya was before today? After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written in the piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab results showed that the blood was the victim's. And there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I mean, this is a video game, but we're not going to go into those details. We're not going to press that. I guess. I haven't heard many cases. No. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah. Actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! Order! Hey, I'll take a cheeseburger and... That didn't go so well. That's right! What he said! His whole testimony. There has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on the piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there's blood found on the victim's finger. Try that. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand! She was right-handed. Ha ha ha! Nice try! I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. She died, she wrote the victim and the killer's name. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there's gotta be something in there. Maybe when he found the memo? Just because he found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh-ho! Then who did write it, smarty pants? Who? The killer. Anyone can see that. Oh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. Ow. She was framed! Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on the memo you found. On it, the word was Maya was written clearly in blood. After results showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood on the victim's finger. Before she died, she wrote the killer's name. Ugh! Press everything! And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I had a bad feeling about this. Alright, I'm Ow. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh. You sounded pretty confident this might not be good. It showed the blood was the victim's. Just keep pressing. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the, little bits in the blood, the, hemoglobin, hermogoblins, hermogoblin, bobbin, I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Hermogoblins. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Oh, that was a mess. Right, where was I? Goblin undies, my mind is stained. Don't. There's also blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Don't you? Yeah, we know all this. Yeah, we've seen all this. Oh, I gotta click through it. Order. I think as well. My death was instantaneous. Where would it be? Got a memo. How would she have time to write the name? Oh! What's wrong? Death was instantaneous, you're right! It was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim would have wrote... Oh crap, I didn't mean to click. Come on. And... Detective Gumshoe! Thanks for the save. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Miss Fay, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fay? That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it! Who else could have? The killer! You have it backwards, detective. But backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately couldn't have the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder. It was the day after the murder. Prosecution's point being? That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Got a blast. Have fun, man. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. You liar! No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth! I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. But she couldn't have wrote it perfectly because she would have been in distress. It's not written perfectly. Report updated in the court record. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Damn it, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Boobs! I mean... Witness, your name, please. April May! At your service. Boing. Oh my god, even her back image. Oh, I don't like her already. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from any wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across the office from Fay & Co-offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. I need more coffee. It was 9 at night and I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. That girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Stop bouncing your boobs, please. I beg of you. I can already feel the monetization slipping away. Well, Your Honor. I see. It is remarkably solid testimony. I don't see any need to trouble the witness any... wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm. Didn't you?
Nice car. Perfect.
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia's Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes! I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin the cross-examination. It was 9 at night, I looked out my window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The woman with long hair was Miss Mia Fay. Uh-huh. Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. Which way? She dodged? Dodged what? Well, the attack! Please, continue your testimony. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. That's it? There's gotta be something in there somewhere. You looked out exactly at 9 p.m. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee! What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know... I had a feeling! Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needing her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Order! Mr. Wright, you've been warned. The heck you mean? I'm doing my job! Poor girl. What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? Love you, honey. Then, oh, I saw the woman with long hair being attacked. But she dodged away. What with long hair? Okay. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girly physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. That's right. I question it. Hold on a minute. The testimony stinks! What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this. About this, I mean. Okay. If you'd really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Yeah, because she wears those Shrine Maiden clothes. No one wears clothes like that on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentioned neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. We do. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, Mr. Lawyer? Meanie. I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all that trifling little details was necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you, please omit nothing from your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I'm sorry, Chad. I couldn't. I had to, like, I hate everything about her. I did see everything. I did. The victim. I'll have to put subtitles up for that one, I think. Oh my god. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her, and she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, that kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think. How do you know it's a clock? Well, does I have the accuracy of my report startle you? Hang on. How would you know it's a clock? I see. I only wish you'd been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Happily! I can already call this one out. I did see everything I did. The victim ran to the right. Yeah, that doesn't matter. She hit her with that weapon. I saw it. She did. That clock! Hold it! A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? It's not a clock anymore. Yeah, it's just a statue again. Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Do you mean this? Miss May! What you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Mr. Naughty Lawyer? Please keep your clothes on, I beg you. I would pay you for you to put more clothes on, in fact. You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. Shut up, Edgeworth. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. I will not! But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Huh, that was close. If you stop me there, the trial'll be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? So that's... because I heard it? Yeah, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co. No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, because she had the wiretap. No, she wasn't there. She heard it through a wiretap that was in the phone. Your Honor, I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it's inconceivable that the clock in question rang because it's empty. The clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Uh-oh. Huh? Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? It was after the witness heard the clock. If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there was no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Actually, I can.
Oh, impossible, of course.
I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proved the clockwork was removed is the phone conversation. Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, such a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order!
The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. That good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella.
I heard someone talking about me. I heard that you were talking shit and you didn't think that I would hear it. Please don't fire me, detective. Oh wait, I'm the detective.
Let's hear the conversation.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry.
September 5th, 9:27 a.m.
Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel.
Clap would be heard. If I could, I would thunderclap and flash you so fast, I swear to God, the clap would be heard from Oklahoma.
Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense.
No, because Larry made it himself.
Does the defense have any objection?
Yes, I do. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to the court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce the evidence.
The fact that Larry made the clock himself. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh? Excuse is not on sale today?
Oh,
she angry. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Sorry, Mr. Gentleman of the Court. Did all of you just suddenly retract? This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh, silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
He stopped that.
Scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of this matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness heard that it was a clock.
The wiretap.
What a good boom, but I hate her.
Have a look at this. Oh, that. I found this in Miss May's room.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not?
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not.
Yes, I can.
Oh yeah? It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone what the weapon was a clock is on the phone conversation.
Oops. I got a little way too into that.
I present you the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time.
Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Ow. Am I wrong? Objection. Your Honor, this is ridiculous.
Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May?
Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to look at me like that, you lawyer? It's not fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant?
Like watching anime and being a DJ. Alright, Speedwagon.
Good. She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say.
Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone.
I hardly call that irrelevant.
It doesn't mean she's the killer, though. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, you have an explanation to before the court. Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone?
Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who thought that. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way! Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer.
Humph.
Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night, right? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not at the scene of the crime on the scene at the time of the murder. She didn't have to be there. The fact is she's connected to it. So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's cell phone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on this current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. Oh, they're going to let her walk away. There's no way I can win unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Come on, think of something. I call the bellboy as a witness. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you're sinking quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she was innocent. See, I'm not trying to prove that she's the killer, though. I'm trying to prove that she's connected to it. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Mia Fey. That is my condition.
What?
I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Yeah, the bellboy's gotta have something to say. Alright, nothing to lose, except for everything.
Understood. I accept your condition.
Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe you're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy.
He even brought the tea and cookies.
Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That he said looks rather heavy. Without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Room service. I'm the head bellboy at the Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening for our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought on her at 9 on the dot, sir. She brought it at her precisely... I brought it at her precisely requested time, of course. Where are you looking, buddy? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May, herself. I see that the defense may begin cross-examination. I need to give them different voices. Right, I'm ready. I hope. He said I remain strapped, sir. This is it. I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now. Every time I play games like this, my brain hurts. Since I enjoy watching trails in my spare time, you don't make conditions on the spot like that in the middle of hearing, and it hurts my brain. Oh, I love, like, criminal investigation stuff. I will be finished. Hang on, why did she ask for it at exactly 9? I'm the head bellboy at the Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call at 8 in the evening for our guest, Miss May. She asked for a nice coffee to be brought exactly at 9 on the dot. Why 9? 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder. Brought to her precisely at the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to a guest, Miss May herself. Hold on! There were 2 glasses. You sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, I brought the room service, sir. The guest, sir, favored me with an embrasser, sir. Embrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe, perhaps, she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I'm just here and, like, currently on the block train, literally traveling one buffalo for 75, just getting another Wow. Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. No! He did say something. Witness may leave a stand. Stand, can I? Protest. Wait! Please wait! Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, and that's all. Oh boy, make it count. Okay. This is really it. Now this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in, room service. Check-in! Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, alright. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. Wait. Excuse me? What exactly was his disappointment? Well, I'm not without charm, sir, but even I'd have little chance with her lover there. But you delivered the coffee to her alone. What did he say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. That was objectable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite. Indeed. It was, a good barista there, Mr. Edgeworth. It was, Mr. Edgeworth who... Huh? He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. You fool! Huh. I've done it! I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought the room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... It's April May. The man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man who was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Whew. Wait, the new PFP, not me just realizing it. Nah. Yes, that is a teaser that I'll explain between episodes.
Mr. Wright! You're amazing in there!
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan!
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know.
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, sent shivers up my spine.
You say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work on everyone. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir!
I'm going to find out more about this man.
You think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis,
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack and ran to the right, but the victim was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do to me now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Alright, for the folks on YouTube, you know what that means. This is where we take a little break, and Cheshire the Cat shall see you in the 3rd episode of the Turnabout Sisters. Till then, this is Cheshire the Cat, signing off.